everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Jets going up against the Ravens. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 44 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Second down, it's Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90!
Now back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but it was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
They get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Time running out here on the play clock. They start the drive with Peterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now Peterson, not exactly sure what happened there defensively, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
The wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Blue 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And some room to roam now. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A touchdown apiece here in this first quarter of play. It's a tight game here early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And I want to give the big guy some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York set to take the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They'll drop to throw. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had first-round grades on him.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck, as some guys may have fallen to them. But for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. That'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now that's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And Charles, a moment that will never be forgotten. You're looking at the new career receiving touchdown leader.
And I love some of these records because a record like this one, you can never talk about it being selfish. Because when you score touchdowns, you help your team. And to be the all-time leader in touchdown receptions, what a great feeling he must have at this moment.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Ravens are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Jets didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. We go now late in the first. Hamilton's got nothing but space here, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. They go up by 1. Tucker is set up to kick it away. The return will start from the 49, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Ravens line up at the 31. He's going to get into the open, and he cap off the long drive with a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and the pass is picked off. Winston's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Ramirez is able to get open here, and is going to be caught for the touchdown. Lead now at 14. Final seconds in the first half. The quick pass and completion is made, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender is bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finds a seam inside the 40. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker now for the extra point. Play clock winding down. And the lead is now 24. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw here. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go.
Off play action. Ashley. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Ohio.
From the gun, Ashley. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from first and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people wonder why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. Brad 38.
To throw on second down. Ashley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Here we go. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Let's go. Ohio. Ohio.
Throwing on first down. Ashley eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Ashley. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw. Ashley. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramirez. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw on 2nd down. Ashley got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Jets on third. 52 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, yeah, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in a run game. No gain.
He's got it. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 3rd down.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
On first down, Ashley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again. Ashley looking deep down. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Arnold. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Back to throw now on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll set up a throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning. They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow. So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.